You know, many people might say, of course, that it's true. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have the worst judgment ever of what they do. You know, the things that they get involved with, their political endeavours, their, charitable endeavours, everything seemingly comes back in a mismatch of mess. Even when they've gone on those fake royal tours, if you remember, one of their heads of staff just decided to quit the day before. Many insiders know exactly the real reason why, and this is simply because Meghan and Harry flip-flop, change their mind constantly about what they want to do. And as we've seen really with Meghan over the years, she starts something, gets bored. 40 times 40 went nowhere. But nobody's allowed to pick them up and say, well, this was a disaster. What are you doing about that? But the trouble is, when you get further and further in with something, people want answers. And this is now, well, the real damning problem that's happening to Meghan and Harry. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Are you all right? Yes, I'm waving to you. No, don't tell me off. I'm still waving. A lot of people here. Yeah, can you hear them? They've all got those trolleys. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Sounds like sort of all of tanks coming up the road, When did we go from carrying things to wheeling everything around? Have you noticed that? You wonder what's in those big bags as well, don't you? I know. You never know, do you? Don't get me going there. Very suspicious, I find. This is the problem. We must get a bit more serious, of course. I get the giggles doing some of this stuff, Truly, when you're out and about, though, people give you very strange looks, as if, what are you doing? And you think, well, can't you see? You have got a phone, you've got a stick. They can see where you're at, but people are just kind of fascinated, as if you're talking to yourself. I am. No, I'm not. Well, you're there. Well, you're still there. Well, keep awake at least. Give me 5 more minutes. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. This really was a major, a big headline, in fact, for Meghan Markle, simply because, you see, she thought this was going to put her on the right path. Meghan had decided that the way forward, as many people do, was to become an entrepreneur, that sort of thing. Slowly, smallly invest in things that were going to go brilliant, And suddenly you could then attach your name, even if you've put like a $5 in, to say, well, I'm part of that team. We saw Meghan with that ridiculous ad, didn't we, where she was sort of promoting clever coffee or whatever. And you think, what was that about? You could have been better use of your time. But apparently this is Meghan's humour, and apparently did a lot for the coffee brand. The coffee brand had a lot of bad press, if you remember, and they're still really reeling from that. But of course, Meghan, along with her jam and everything else that she's tried to do this year, plows ahead. And this was the big thing, Cesta bags, which was going to be, ethical, sustainable, all that sort of stuff. And she'd worn them and, literally plug them so that people would get the brand. And then she revealed herself to be an investor. Then this happened, right? The expose of exactly how little these people were paid to make these sustainable, ethical bags. Now here's where we're at the time of recording of this. According to sources, they're getting very angry at the brand that she's not come out publicly to defend them and of course back up these claims, or at least say that they're looking into it, etc. It's all exploding behind the scenes, literally snapping open faster than a designer bag you could possibly wish for. And you can understand, 5-6 days down the line now, Meghan, as an investor with such a powerful reach in the media, should have said, you know what, we're looking into this, don't worry, I didn't know about it, etc., etc. But nothing. She just believes keeping a distance will keep her distance away from this now very damaged brand. Either way, the expose is not going away. I've been told that a production team on television are now also looking into it. So you see how bad these things go, from bad to absolutely even worse. And Meghan Markle's name is now all over this brand. One might suggest, again, she should look around at the people that she's put so much faith in, who direct her, guide her. Others tell me, though, she's unstoppable, and once she wants to do something, it's her way or the highway. Either way, this is far from bag closed. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.